Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you to Cascade Falls here in Mill Valley. And I just wanted to point out where I parked my car here, there's this like mind-blowingly beautiful house before I take you to the waterfalls. So in this part of Mill Valley in the canyons, they have these steep canyons, so they actually have like a little roller coaster is what I used to call them, but they're actually little trams that you get out, you park your car, you go up to the tram, and then you take the tram up to your house. But look at that house up there built in the redwoods with all the ferns. I used to call those things dinosaur ferns. Pretty cool. You can see the tram up there. So that tram's kind of modern, but the original ones were literally like a steel cage on a cable pulled up by a motor, and you'd be pulled to the top of your house because a lot of these houses are built on very steep cliffs. So the waterfall should be going pretty good when we eventually get there. It's not a very far walk, it's just down this road a little bit. When I was a teenager, I was like 13 years old, I lived up in this area on a road called Rose Avenue. And on Rose Avenue, I actually had a paper route. And I would have to deliver papers to all these houses, like in these kind of areas. And you would do your best to get them close to the front door as you were doing your route. But the route started at the way top of a hill, like miles up. And the only way they can get any kid to take the route was that they would give him a ride to the top in their van, the van that delivered the newspapers. So in one sense you were lucky, but there were times where the van wasn't able to take you to the top, and you literally had to ride miles up to the top of your route or push your bike and then do your paper route. So it wasn't the greatest route to do, but I used to do it. I didn't last very long. I think I did it for like 6 months, and then I got frustrated because several times the van couldn't give me a ride to the top. So here we are. There's a little path here, pulls off the main road. If you walk up the main road, you also run into the Cascade Falls, but I like taking the path along the creek here. I know you can't smell the air here, but man, is it fresh. You can smell something about it, oxygen or the wood, or some good oxygen air here in the redwoods. Got a little bench here you can chill out on. So I got the fortified little creek bed here. Basically, these are just burlap bags filled with concrete, and they stack them and then let them dry. Around this corner is a little bit of a swimming hole, and it's not exactly warm enough now to use it. And there you go. You see that? It's fairly deep. Years ago, I had a dog, and he was a husky. His name was Kona, and I actually got him in Maui, Hawaii. And he became my buddy, and he would go on hikes with me, and he'd also follow me on my bicycle. on big major rides, because he was a husky. He could handle running for miles and miles. Anyway, I a few times on a summer day would bring him here, and he would he didn't love water, but he would go into this a little bit to cool off, because after chasing us down Mount Tamalpais for miles, he was tired. Think to yourself how long it took for this water to etch the pools into those shapes. Here we are, a little closer. This isn't even the waterfall. This is just the trail going to it. It's beautiful. And here's the shot from above. I love the roots. And if you're a fisherman, you almost think you could throw a line in there and catch a trout. You know, there might be one lingering under there. I seriously doubt it in this tiny little pond. It's pretty deep though. That looks like it's about 5 feet deep. I've always also liked this part of the trail. The part of the trail that goes under this house, and they have a bridge going to their house. Got some more knotted roots here. Oh, look at the feather. I don't know. I would speculate that's from an owl or a hawk. It's nice. Another bridge coming up. Look at here. Caterpillar. I think he's on his way out. He's a little soft. When I was a little kid, probably 6 or 7 years old, I loved looking for caterpillars. I would go hunting with jars, glass jars, and poke holes in the top and look for caterpillars. I'd spend hours looking for them. One time I found a monarch butterfly caterpillar, and if you ever look at those, they have those little horns on them, and they're like green and black and spots of yellow. Very exotic looking. At the time I was in elementary school, and I brought it to school, and I had this little cage that had a magnifying glass you could look at it in, and the teacher decided to see if it would turn into a butterfly there, and it did. It became a butterfly, and we were able to let it out at the one lunch period, and the whole class watched, and that was pretty cool, because that was like in 4th grade, I think. Well, here we are, the official entrance to Cascade Falls. There's a family of redwoods here. You see here, these are all in a small circle. Look at the top swaying in the wind. It is a windy day, but you wouldn't know it down here. When I was a kid, I would have been running back and forth on that thing. Any of you watching this video ever find a 4-leaf clover? Believe it or not, I found 2 of them in my front yard within 2 years. Pretty unusual to find a 4-leaf clover. And we got another bridge to cross. There's another bench here. And a reminder that you're in a critical fire area. And here we are. Cascade Falls. Wow, we got the whole falls to ourselves. Give you a little 360 of what I'm looking at. Definitely beautiful. Yeah, they're going pretty good. We had a little bit of rain last week, but not much, like a 1/4 inch. Some dog forgot his tennis ball up there. I guess we need to go down and get a closer view. So here we are at the bottom. In previous falls, I've seen salamanders hanging out here, or newts. Let's take a look for them. The next thing I'm going to do is take this road that goes above and check out the view up there from above. Oh look, Joni loves Chachi. Okay, well now we're walking above the waterfall and take a look at that. Look at this massive tree here. You know the saying, you're not a spring chicken anymore? That's me. I turned 58 in July of this year, and I'm just reflecting because when I was a kid, we had this thing called dirt skiing, like snow skiing, but dirt skiing, where you put your feet together and you jump down hills like this, because this is real soft, and we wore mountain hiking boots, so we used to dirt ski. I definitely couldn't do that nowadays. Okay, now we're above Cascade Falls, and some more of those cylindrical shaped cutouts in the rock from the many years of erosion. But what a beautiful day, and no one's here. We come out here on a summer day on the weekend. You know, it's not super crowded, but there would be 4 or 5 people here constantly coming and going. But as you can see, this whole area, this whole canyon, or Cascade Canyon, is beautiful, no doubt. You know, I've been thinking to myself, it'd be nice to see a banana slug, but I wasn't expecting it on daylight today. But look what I discovered. California banana slug. I'm not sure what it's doing. I'm going to touch up a stick because they're slimy. And he's eating something, or he went into his protective mode. But that is a California banana slug, a northern redwood mascot of UC Santa Cruz. I'm gonna head back. I've always loved ferns. They're cool plants. And my son was telling me they're their own species. Look at this tree. Ferns growing on it. All the gnarly branches and some thick. So this is not a redwood. I'm not a tree expert, but it looks like some kind of pine tree to me. I'm gonna take one more video of the banana slug and be quiet, so because his antennae are out and he's moving. Everywhere around here is so beautiful. Look at the sun coming through the trees and all the moss. It just grows year-round here. It's so lush. Got some kind of wildflower here among the clovers. You know, I'm seeing a lot of dog poop on the trail. Come on, people. If you're walking your dog, bring some bags with you and pick up the crap so we don't have to step on it when we're hiking. You know, I continually run into these just wild things. All gnomes welcome 2023. That is cool. Someone made a little gnome garden here under this tree trunk. Gave it some personality here. And it looks like they got a little fruit stand. And some kind of blue crystal. Pretty neat. Maybe we can start a trend. So anybody in the area that's coming up here, try to find a little gnome to bring and add to the gnome garden. I was just walking and noticed this. I can't tell if it's a piece of glass or a piece of crystal, but I think it needs to be in the gnome garden. Okay, let's add the crystal. Let's see, these guys have something there, so I'm gonna put the crystal right there. There, now I've added something to the garden. I'm also gonna add this feather that I found for these guys. There we go. Here's my addition. Crystal and a feather. That gnome garden reminds me of being a little kid. I loved Hot Wheels when I was a little kid. And I'd go to an area like that and I'd dig out and make a whole little town for my Hot Wheels. So that kind of brought back a memory for me. That was back when kids like played with stuff and went outside with other kids. and like, you know, dug in the dirt and stuff. I know I'm dating myself, but I don't see any kids doing that these days. That's cool. People left a couple walking sticks to share with anybody else that might need a walking stick. Well, I wanted to thank you for coming with me on my journey today. And if you guys like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, give me a comment, and I'll see you on my next video. Look at the little cool mushroom colony here. It's like the perfect habitat for them in this little micro forest. How's that song go? Do 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 do. Don't worry. Do 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 do. Be happy.